What's up, fasters? Dr. LeGrand here for another health tip video. And today I'm going to talk about a question that somebody asked about fasting and headaches, that people who typically get headaches all the time. I know I get headaches all the time as far as when it comes to fasting, and so I'm going to share with you today my 8 tips as far as how to alleviate those headaches when it comes to fasting. So let's go ahead and get started. So my first tip when it comes to alleviating headaches when you're doing fasting, specifically if you are doing water fasting, is drinking the right amount of water when it comes to fasting. A lot of times we don't drink enough water when it comes to doing a water fast because we get about 30%, roughly about 30% of water from our food. So when we're stopped eating and we're just doing water, we want to make sure we're getting good amounts of water. And I've discussed this in one of my other videos when it comes to how much water to be taking when you are doing a fast, and I'll leave a link above here that you could check out if you've not seen that video when it comes to how much water you should be drinking. Basically, the rule of thumb is taking your weight and take half amount of your weight and put that in ounces. That's how much water you should be roughly drinking. But that's just one of the things I talk about when I talk about in my video about how much water you should be drinking. So if you haven't watched it, go ahead and check it out. So another tip when it comes to getting rid of headaches, number 2, is that if you're doing dry fasting or water fasting, I like doing salt shots, especially if you tend to be more electrolyte insufficient. And basically all you're going to do is just basically sprinkle some sea salts into your hand. I take it straight up, especially for people who are doing dry fasting. They can do that. Or you could put those salts into your water and drink that. That can sometimes, a lot of times, actually get rid of headaches. I know for me, that does it, not always, but it does help when I do get a headache. It can sometimes alleviate that headache. Another great thing I use in general just for headaches, especially when I'm doing my fast, is using peppermint oil. And I put that on my forehead. It isn't necessarily going to get rid of the headache, but like if you're getting a headache, let's say at night, you're trying to get that last 8-hour stretch of trying to continue with your fast. If you put some peppermint oil on your forehead, at least can distract the pain. It can help with soothing it. So I use peppermint oil all the time for helping with the soothing of the headaches. Number 4 is something I already kind of addressed, but adding electrolytes to your water, not just the salts, but adding some electrolytes. If you're tending to have headaches all the time, adding some electrolytes into your water if you're doing a water fast. And number 5, this is if all else fails, you've tried doing adding the salts, you've tried adding the electrolytes, and you just cannot, and you tried putting the peppermint oil and it's just not working. If all else fails, switch over to a liquid fast before deciding just to break it altogether. And a liquid fast is basically moving over to doing bone broths and veggie broths that have plenty amount of minerals and have at least a little bit of, food nutrients that you can consume. Sometimes just the body is just not having a hard time adapting, especially for those people who are just starting to do fasting. So switching over to doing a liquid fast before just deciding to break it altogether. And if that fails, then the other option is once you've kind of done a little bit of the liquid fast and you're finding like a couple of hours later it's just not working out for you, 6th thing that you could do is you could switch over to healthy fats. So kind of switching over towards like a keto diet. So incorporating some healthy high amounts of fats that can help alleviate the headaches, but it could still prolong the ketosis process. So that way you're still breaking down a lot of the fat cells and getting some of the benefits from what you were trying to intend to do with the fast. So don't break it just yet. Still move over to some healthy fats and see if that can alleviate the headaches. And these last 2 tips are more about prevention, trying to prevent the headaches from happening before you even start your fast. So the 7th tip is doing a keto diet in between your fast. I've talked about this in a lot of my videos, but doing a keto diet in between fasts can really help alleviate the headaches because your body's already adapting, moving over to burning fat for fuel versus using sugar for fuel. So by doing that already can help alleviate those headaches. The 8th and final tip is that you can, to prevent headaches during your fast, is that before, try to limit your carb and also sugar intake, especially the sugars, the processed sugars, a lot of processed carbs. If you eliminate a lot of those sometimes can really help prevent from headaches happening when you're doing a fast. Okay, so those are all my tips that I have. Those are things that I recommend to a lot of my patients and I do for myself when it comes to preventing headaches and trying to get rid of headaches during the fast. curious what you guys do, so please leave that in the comment section below of what you guys do typically to get rid of headaches. I'm sure the community will appreciate it if people start sharing some of their suggestions and tips when it comes to getting rid of headaches when you're doing a fast, whether it's dry fasting or water fasting or intermittent fasting, any of those things. So if you like this video, go ahead and share it with your family and friends. Give us a big thumbs up. And then of course, if you are new here and not subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit this button over here. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other future fasting videos that we do on this channel. Then of course, if you have not watched any of our other videos, I'll leave some links over here that you can check out if you have not seen those already. Okay, so until next time, this is Dr. LeGrand signing out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.